most of the people think, I don't know, it's a myth or a truth, that the human jobs or the jobs are cut because of artificial intelligence.
I'm Likhith Thota, and coming to my background, I'm a mechanical engineer by degree. Risk is something which most of the people try to miss out on it. So that's where we found the gap and thought of providing risk analytics in the space of blockchain and crypto.
Now we don't need coders or content creators because that can be achieved by ChatGPT or some AI tools.
Right now, we have like more than 1,000 plus auditors and served almost 100 plus clients. We have secured more than 800 million plus total value locked on chain. There were like 87 million job loss possible by the end of 2025. At the same time, there are like 97 million new jobs are going to be created.
I am a simple graduate and I am in India. So can I be the one of auditor?
Yes, definitely. That will be more easier for you. If you take Google, Facebook, generally what happens to your data? It is controlled by one centralized authority. The technology will definitely help you to make your process efficient, but you literally need as a human to critically think on how to fight against it. AI is also able to create a new threat vectors. For example, you might have heard about the new coding assistant tools.
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Experts Talk with Himansha. And today we have brought a very interesting topic for you guys. It's on artificial intelligence and the job market getting impacted by artificial intelligence nowadays. So in today's podcast, we have our special guest Raja, who is a CTO and co-founder of Audit One, and he's going to throw some light on how artificial intelligence is impacting the market, what is the use of cybersecurity, and not only about the job market, he will also help you to find your new jobs or new opportunities in this changing world of artificial intelligence. If you are someone who is interested in this topic, so stay tuned to our channel and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Hi Raja, welcome to Experts Talk with Himansha. Would you like to introduce yourself to our audience?
I'm Likhith Thota, and coming to my background, I'm a mechanical engineer by degree, but never been in the classes most often. I spend most of my time in workshop, jamming all the drill bits over there and machines. But always a curious guy since my bachelor's, and that's where it opened up a lot of opportunities for me to explore robotics, Internet of Things, and there I observed a usual gap that most of our colleges focus on theory learning or conventional type of learning, but not on the practical skills. So, with my curiosity and a guy who always wanted to start something on my own, I started my first venture back in India called as RoboCalam, where I trained like almost 10,000 plus students till date or graduates till date who are now experts in the trending technologies. And later, with the passion of exploring technology and that curious guy, I wanted to get into the German ecosystem. So I moved to Germany to start my master's in big data and AI. So post that, I just don't want to get into the job market again. So was exploring how the German startup ecosystem would look like. And there I came across an incubator, which was working in the innovative projects of blockchain. So there I met my co-founder, who has been working in the risk analytics space and enhanced the tech of that particular company, which today has become the Audit One.
Congratulations. I think you had a quite interesting journey and it's good to know you are like one of like techie brainy from India. Okay. So maybe would you like to elaborate a little more on Audit One? Like now you are an entrepreneur, a young entrepreneur, I would say, and in a blooming market of artificial intelligence or cyber security. So how was your journey from your masters to Audit One?
So after my bachelor's, I was exploring like the opportunities in the startup space. And then I heard about one of the incubators which was working on innovative blockchain projects. So there I met my co-founder who was working on risk analytics for the crypto. I can say
Okay.
in simple terms, there are people like who has made a lot of money in it, people who also made zeros in it. But let's say risk is something which most of the people try to miss out on it. So that's where we found the gap and thought of providing risk analytics in the space of blockchain and crypto. So this risk analytics previously were much focused on market, but we also want to analyze the security and technological aspects of it even, because in blockchain, once something is published on chain, you cannot mutate it.
Okay.
So if a hack is happened, you can't revert the action.
Okay.
So we want to provide this particular awareness to community on how to analyze a project on security levels and technology levels, and then make a decision to invest and go forward with it. And this idea later pivoted into something called as auditing. So in auditing also there are very big players, but the thing is like there was huge gap, huge waiting periods, and also there was no transparency in who is auditing a particular project. And this intransparency usually created a lot of
Like confusion or a gap.
or a gap, exactly, I
Okay.
can say.
Okay.
So this intransparency created a lot of gap because
Okay.
let's say if I go to a big player,
Yeah.
and they can also get an audit done with an intern and say like, okay, this has been audited by that big party.
Big party.
Yeah. So we want to cover that gap and thought like, okay, let's provide transparency of these auditors to the clients as well as the community. And by knowing them, it creates a lot of trust, because if let's say a project has been audited by the one of the top auditors who has found like some thousand critical bugs, and he gives a certification to it via our platform, then that's where we found the real solution, and then started building this auditor pooling platform. Right
Okay.
now we have like more than 1,000 plus auditors and served almost 100 plus clients. But to be precise in number, I can say to be proud, I can say we have secured more than 800 million plus total value locked on chain.
Okay, okay. That is good to know that you have already a big community of auditors as well as the parties who want to get audited, and it's also feel little safe that in this fast moving pace we still have something which is going in the background to check. So before we go more into the detail of cyber security or auditing, would you like to first tell our audience about how the market trend is now? Because we all know that the job market is badly hit but now, and most of the people think, I don't know, it's a myth or a truth, that the human jobs or the jobs are cut because of artificial intelligence. What is your thought on this?
This is really an interesting question, because even we do work a lot on AI agents and building AI to
Yeah.
increase the efficiency of auditors.
Yeah.
I would like to here take one of the interesting stat which says like, okay, according to World Economic Forum, there are like 87 million job loss possible by the end of 2025. Don't get scared by this figure, because at the same time there are like 97 million new jobs are going to be created.
Ah, that's good to know, because this will, I think, help users to get little relief, breathe that okay, it's not only the cut, but it will also introduce new jobs to them.
Exactly. So if
Yeah.
you look at these figures exactly, so the 87 million jobs which are getting displaced, it's not a complete replacement of someone. But let's say
Okay.
if somebody could upskill with respect to utilizing AI in their particular industry, then definitely there is a huge market for them, or the huge opportunity for them is something which I can say.
Okay, okay.
So upskilling is something that matters in the
Matters.
fast growing pace right now.
Correct, correct.
Yeah.
So thanks, Raja, for providing us so much information about it, because there was a big myth that AI or the new pace of moving technologies, whether it is cyber security, AI, or different things, is eating up the jobs. But now these things, if someone upskills them, they are also bringing new opportunities for them. So probably first I would say, can you little bit introduce or tell our audience what is cyber security and how does it related to the world of artificial intelligence?
Sure. So, if you ask me about cybersecurity in very casual tone, what I can say is like, um, whenever the technology is growing. At the same time, there are people who want to take the advantage of that technology to get an advantage. For example, there are like black hat hackers who always try to penetrate into your systems and then get the information leakage and let's say do some fraud around your credit cards and etc. So you see, creating security around these systems is nothing but cybersecurity. And then the people who are in the field of cybersecurity are often referred as security researchers. And there are like many verticals available in this space. For example, doing like penetration testing is one of them.
Okay.
Where you get into websites and check like, is there any leakage possible, or is there any misuse possible? That's one area. And then there is another angle for enterprises which is called as information security. So how well you protect your information that is flowing through your process in a company. So that's where the information security comes into play. So there are like pretty much good amount of verticals in this. But in order to secure these systems, what usually companies go through is audits. So
Audits.
that's where the audit one comes in. So
Okay.
we do audits to identify what is the security posture of that particular code written, or that particular code going to be published onto blockchain. That's one angle. And then we also try to assess the systems with the help of our auditors, how well the processes are aligned with the golden standards in security existing.
Okay. So if I understand right, that in this moving world of AI or different technologies, and also nowadays digitalization, all the data which is available on internet, it is also very crucial to protect that data and that flow. And there, where the audit one comes into the picture, it helps different vendors or different organizations to secure their data or get it audited by the certified auditors provided by your organization.
Exactly.
Okay, that is good to know. And I mean, this area or this field feels like little new to the people. So is it like something when you talk about that? Okay, when we say that new job opportunities are coming, do you see this is an area where more job opportunities will be created in future, whether it is in Europe or India or rest of the world?
Definitely, because with any growing technology, you see like security will be the major concern. Today, if you see around in the news, AI is also able to create a new threat vectors. For example, you might have heard about the new coding assistant tools. So what I can simply do is like I can go to a code generated tool and I can mock up a Microsoft sign in and create a phishing site, and then I can make the users go via that platform and then take the advantage of them. So you see, with the evolving technology, there is also much scope for the black hat guys.
Okay, there are also risks associated to it.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
the ease of creating attacks has been increased with AI, and not only in general perspective, but also if you get into the company's perspective or the enterprise perspective, the amount of threats growing has been increased a lot.
Okay.
So with any new technology, this is a common thing which we observe. Like the technology grows, so does the threats even evolve.
Correct.
So
correct.
in order to make these organizations be aware, or let's say defend against this growing threats of AI, we also need like security researchers or cybersecurity guys who could fight against them, or let's
Fight
say,
against them, and this is also a good opportunity or an area where people can find their jobs in the way of thinking. Okay, now we don't need coders or content creators because that can be achieved by chat gpt or some AI tools, but there are also then the jobs associated to validate those data, to compare it, to protect it against the misuse. So it will also in nutshell create another potential opportunities.
exactly. Recently, I have seen an interesting profile on LinkedIn
Okay.
who named himself as vibe coding cleaning specialist.
Okay.
So you can imagine, this is my personal experience too. These days, there are like a lot of startups coming up or launching in just a week's time. And then if you go to their websites, you can literally find their keys
Okay.
that can give you access to the databases and etc. So they are fully vibe coded. So people who are using technology or building it with, let's say, zero consideration of security, zero consideration of validating how the data is being processed and etc. So let's say if this sort of websites or this sort of services are in implementation right now, down the line in few years you can find like, let's say, hundreds of such applications where the security is taken as nothing, like let's say security has been not considered,
Okay.
and people are just literally sending their data onto it, and this is where the new opportunity for people is created.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think like security is something which never comes down.
Yes.
And also the way people are misusing the technology, we also need people to, let's say, fight strongly against them. And in order to do that, it's not just technology can help you. The technology will definitely help you to make your process efficient, but you literally need as a human to critically think on how to fight against it.
Raja, we talked about so many threats about artificial intelligence, digitalization, data, and all. So maybe I would like to go a step back and try to understand it in the normal layman terms. Like everyone knows, because we use Instagram, Facebook, ChatGPT, or different platforms, that we all have our information available over internet, and it can also prone to some kind of cyber risks, right? And sometimes our information is misused and so on. It's not only on the personal level, but it can also be at organization level. So maybe first, before going that how audit one works or how you help people to do it, maybe can you elaborate little bit on that, what are the kind of problems usually come across, and then how your auditors in audit one help to rectify these problems beforehand?
Sure. So as I told you that Audit One operates in blockchain and ISO space, let me first break down on the blockchain angle what exactly our auditors do. So if you consider blockchain, it's a powerful technology to the digital world, I can say, because it creates trust without any middleman. If you take Google, Facebook, generally what happens to your data? It is controlled by one centralized authority, and
Okay.
then let's say the data privacy is something which you don't have control over it.
Okay,
And then
so which means that the data is centralized, means it is in hand of, if I imagine, in a one person.
exactly, it's like in
Okay.
purely control of a single entity. So
Okay.
that's where the blockchain is playing an interesting role, where you set certain laws as a code,
Okay.
which are called as smart contracts, and then you push it to a place called as a decentralized web. So you see, instead of the web controlled by a centralized authority, in blockchain the web is controlled by community.
Okay.
So you as a person can also be contribute to that resources where the blockchain is running. And
Okay.
then on the blockchain, the data is not stored in a way that everybody can access it. There are a lot of algorithms which try to encrypt your data and protect with the help of the private key that you own. And until and unless your key is secured, the data is encrypted on the chain. And mm, let's say and let's say if you want to run an application, you
Yeah.
generally commit a smart contract, and that will function as law forever for any application that you build.
So I think yes, there is. It feels like blockchain is also having, is also prone to get attack. Is it right? I mean, what do you prefer? Is centralized more secure, or blockchain?
Yes, I mean, I agree that blockchain is prone to attack, but let's say if the proper care is taken before publishing code on chain and proper controls are there, I think you can't find a better technology than blockchain that will keep
Okay.
your data more secured. Um, Recently, if I want to take one of the examples, like Coin DCX and Vachirex from India, they got hacked for like millions of dollars.
Okay.
But the problem is not with the blockchain. The problem was with the people who were having that keys not properly managed. So
Okay.
you can imagine. And there are also a lot of failures possible in this zone where if smart contracts are not secured. So
Okay.
in order to secure these smart contracts before they are getting on chain, That's where the audit one comes in.
So, probably Raja, can you give us some like real life examples who are already using this blockchain successfully nowadays?
Yeah, there are like a lot of centralized exchanges which people might be aware of that include like Binance and Coinbase. So these are like the globally trending largest centralized exchanges where people buy and exchange crypto or trade crypto even. So these are very highly secured.
Okay.
So
Okay. And how does like you help to attain this security? Maybe can you elaborate like auditors at your organization, how they help your clients or products to get secure, or what standards do they follow?
So what exactly we do for our clients is like, I'll take a gaming example. There is a German company called as Dark Mythos who are into building games on blockchain.
Okay.
So for them, generally, once the code is published, as I told you, like it cannot be reverted back, right? So
Yes.
before publishing on chain, they get an audit with us. So
Okay.
what our auditors generally do is like they get onto the code base or the smart contracts which the gaming platform wants to publish. So they go through each line of the code and try to build POCs of how it can be attacked. So
Okay.
they pre-build the scenarios of how this could be exploited, and then try to suggest the client, okay, if there are any exploits possible, to correct it and then publish on chain, so that as this blockchain gaming also deals with tokens, which is a currency of them, so we secure it before it is published.
So it's a more kind of a testing, is it? How does audit is different from testing?
Uh, so security testing can be called as auditing.
Okay,
So
security testing.
and also in testing, what generally you do is like you do test for logic
Yeah,
evaluation.
yeah,
But when it comes to audit, you
yeah.
also do let's say all the possible tests with respect to how your business case should work without being exploited.
Okay, so
Yeah.
basically you're trying to break the application in different ways and see how does it react on stress, something like this.
Actually, that falls under load test. But let's say
Okay,
here we purely focus on exploit in the sense, let's say, as it deals with currency.
exploit.
Yeah,
Okay,
exploit we call them. For
okay,
example, let's say if you take a cryptocurrency exchange like Wajirex or something,
okay,
there you have a lot of transactions happening between parties, and if somebody could penetrate into it and take the misuse of the code
okay,
and then pull out the money out of it.
okay,
So this
okay.
is where the
Understood.
exploit scenario is coming.
Basically, that auditors are helping them to protect the application against hack
Exactly.
or being
Secure
exploited
funds.
over internet.
Exactly.
Understood. So basically, there are auditors who can help to validate whether the standards are followed or not. And if you are someone who is seeking those certificate or standard, they can also help you to get it implemented or achieve those certificate from certificate bodies.
Exactly.
Okay, okay. I think this is quite interesting to know because definitely security plays a vital role, whether it is an IT firm, bank, or maybe nowadays even a house. So you need a security in that manner. And I think it is good that people get to know that there is also an emerging field where new job opportunities can be found and that job market can grow. So can you like help us or guide like are there opportunities how people can become this auditors or how they can get into this new field, because most of them say for example are not aware, especially if they are non engineering or non technical background. Are they eligible to become this auditors?
So, in terms of who does ISO auditing, it's not a technical course, I can say, because ISO auditing is more about examining how the company process policies work, and you have a rule set which you need to check for whether company is following or not. So, it's all about checking against the rules, whether the company is in compliance or not. And in order to learn compliance, you need not be a technical guy.
Ah, okay. So then this auditing job can be done by both technical and non-technical people.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay.
And I have heard from my one of the trainers that he has also made one of the bartenders as an auditor. So you
Oh.
can imagine like
I mean, yes, because nowadays, with this changing era, we already feel that there are lot many jobs which are at stake, and so on. And we never think of, like, if someone is a bartender, they think, okay, they go into a technical world and doing auditing for some IT or big company. So like, maybe can you explain a bit, like, what kind of jobs are at risk and what are the new options which are getting generated?
Sure. So in terms of AI, the jobs that are mostly at risk are like repetitive jobs that include like data entries, clerical jobs, and bookkeeping jobs. These all are highly at risk. And even if you see like in the technology field, the cursor or copilot sort of tools are trying to replace junior developers, but I can strongly tell that these tools or something that are trying to augment them rather than replacing them. If you look at, there is an interesting stat from Goldman Sachs which says like they have 300 million opportunities where AI automation can help the companies today. So you can see like the amount of jobs, although they are getting displaced, there is a lot of scope for new jobs even. And let me also take another example. Let me take some few areas where the new jobs are evolving. Firstly, AI auditors is one of the hottest job that is going to be happening in future because everybody are building around AI, but nobody is checking whether that AI is working accordingly in terms of protecting the data or in terms of secured AI being implemented. And AI ethicists is also one of the emerging roles that is going to be crazy in coming days because software engineering and etc. we have a lot of tools coming up that can assist the already existing ones, but the hottest jobs that can pay you more in future would be this AI ethics side and AI auditor side. And with the emerging AI companies, there is also a new standard set up by ISO, that is ISO 42001. So which would be an interesting certification for our viewers too, because if you're building something around AI, there are like thousands of tools in the market today. Which one should I rely on? So the companies need to create trust for the community and trust for the companies that are going to use it. So that's where this ISO standards could help them. Or let's say if you want to differentiate from the 1,000 projects, your project is like something different and you have that particular standard, you need to prove it with the help of a certification. That's where this ISO 42012 can help.
Okay, so as you gave like a really good example that your one of the bartender was converted into a auditor, and this is, I think, also a motivation to non-technical people to get into this field. So probably, like, can you elaborate little bit, like how someone, like today, for example, I'll take a very basic one. I am a simple graduate, and I am in India. So can I be the one of auditor?
Yes, definitely. That will be more easier for you
Ah,
because
okay.
in your bachelor's, you generally learn about following rules at your college. So you see the same rules that you follow in your college, company also sets its own rules in order to ensure the security. So you
Okay.
are the one who gonna evaluate it whether the baseline security of that company is met or not. For example, a company has written a policy which states like this is how I'm going to onboard an employee by doing a background check, and then I evaluate their qualifications, and then if there is an issue created by that employee, this is the action I'm going to take. And this is something which you need to evaluate against the standard rule set that comes
Okay.
as a part of this guideline. So
Okay.
it's all about evaluating. You are going to be judged for a company whether they are meeting the baseline standards of security or not. So it's all about comparing the things that they are doing or according to standards or not.
Okay. And this is good to know. If I'm a college graduate, I can be the one for looking forward for such an opportunity, which is an emerging future, not the one which is already at risk. So, say now I'm a graduate. You said first thing, checked, okay, I
Yeah.
am eligible to apply for this job. Now, how should I train myself? How should I get those certification to be fit to be hired as auditor by someone?
Yeah, so the Audit One also offers certification courses with respect to this. Every quarter, we do one course in order to prepare auditors for these standards.
Okay.
Recently, we have done ISO 27001 course, And now in November, we'll be doing another course of ISO 42001, where you
Okay.
can audit AI systems even.
It's good to know that like Audit One also help to nurture new auditors and someone can apply. So I have a quick question in my mind. Like is this opportunity only restrict to Europe or Germany, or is it's open worldwide? Say if I'm someone sitting in India, can I opt for this certification?
Definitely, you have a lot of opportunities in terms of doing ISO audits, because if any company wants to prove their security posture is stronger enough, they try to get the certifications. And there are a
Okay.
lot of certification bodies in and around the world. So you always have an opportunity anywhere in the world.
Oh, this is actually good to know that if you are a college fresher, irrespective of the location, if you are someone who is looking for this career, they still have an option. So maybe a little bit on the, I would say, evaluation of your company. So how do you rate Audit One? I know it's a 3 years old startup, but how do you rate your company?
I mean, I would definitely say like 5 on 5, being
Okay.
in the co-founder role and what we have built till date. I would rate the company 5 on 5 in terms of the services it provides in AI, blockchain, and cybersecurity.
Okay.
Because if you look in the Europe's ecosystem, deep tech is something which is kind of not so well received. But let's say the amount of support you receive from government, the amount of support you receive from the private investors here is like really tremendous. And with that support, we are able to achieve like, let's say, 1,000+ auditors is something you
Okay.
can see it on our platform, as well as serving 100+ clients and securing like 800 billion worth of crypto assets.
And you're looking for a higher growth or initiatives going forward.
Exactly. So today the auditor base is 1,000, and down the line in 5 years we would like to grow it to 10,000 plus.
10,000. Yes, this is
Yes.
my next question would be
Yeah, yeah.
like how many opportunities you create, how many people can look forward to this option.
Exactly. So there are like a lot of people. We are trying to scale it very large. Currently, we are working with like couple of security. Currently we are working with a couple of certification bodies. But our aim is to work with mostly 200 or 250+ certification bodies, so that
Okay.
our auditor bank will always be having opportunities to go forward with.
Okay, so little bit on now we have talked about like who can become a auditor, how to get into this, how to learn new technology, and maybe can you little bit tell about like how much is the salary range this person earns when they become a certified auditor?
Yeah, true. So this will be an interesting figure for everybody, I can say.
Yes.
They can make at least like 2x, 3x more than a software engineer, I can say. And usually auditors are paid day wise. And
Okay.
I know like for auditors, generally in Europe, it is paid around like 900 to 1500 euro per day.
Okay. And now, someone who is sitting in India, is he or she eligible to do the auditing for someone in Europe, America, or anywhere else?
Yeah, so this is like geography independent, I can say. And
Okay.
also in terms of audits, they are like both remote audits and on-site audits. Let's say if you have a remote audit, you can do it from anywhere in the world.
Okay.
And when it comes to on-site, you just need to be in that country.
So I think this is a quite good opportunity, and it allow people to work from anywhere, and especially for the ones who wants to do home-based jobs, especially like young mothers or people who don't want to travel abroad or to different location.
Yeah, that will be an interesting opportunity for the women who want to restart their careers.
Yes.
And let's say you are the one looking for the remote opportunities rather than working in the country where you stay. And that will be an interesting area for these people too.
People, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then thank you, Raja. Thank you so much for your presence and sharing so much insights on AI, digitalization, cyber security, and auditing. I think this is a quite useful information for our listeners.
Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for watching us. I know this episode was over informative and there was too much information for you all, but stay tuned to our channel because we have a very important and I would say informative outcome for you. So in this, we have come across a company which will help you to become a certified auditor wherever you are located. It is irrespective of your location, and you already heard from our guest that it provides you a vast variety of opportunities and a well paid job. So if you are someone who is looking to be a certified auditor, please write to us and we will get in touch with our speaker and help you achieve gain 16% discount on their training program, which is starting in November. And this training will help you to find auditing jobs not only in Europe, India, in rest of the world. And audit one is also one of the option. If you successfully complete your training and get certified, you can also be offered, but it is more working like a freelancer. And if you are someone who don't want to get away from your family and want to stay at your location and still wants to earn some money, so don't miss our episode and don't forget to write us. Thank you for watching us, and feel free to write us on the comment section or the email ID mentioned below, and we will respond you in 24 hours. Thank you.